Special guest lined up here.
Yeah, joining us now is Professor of International Law at Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, Dr. Jeremy Levitt. Welcome to BNC Prime's special election edition. You've been with us for quite some time, helping us with our analysis, building up to this day. What are your thoughts?
Well, aren't you guys just so excited?
Yeah.
I can see it all over your faces. It's an exciting time. I'm not so certain what's going to happen here in the state of Florida. The numbers seem to be close, but they haven't really counted the Panhandle, which is a stronghold for Republicans. So I'm not overly optimistic about the state of Florida, and that's a lot of electoral votes for the Republicans.
It's kind of miraculous that it's even close, though, isn't it, when you think about the makeup of Florida? As you mentioned, the Panhandle, the Big Bend area, that west coast of Florida, the Tampa area over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's this is a strange state. We know that Barack Obama was able to carry the state. My concern here is whether or not enough minorities, particularly African Americans, made it to the polls. The disparate numbers between 2012 and 2016 are worth looking at. You're looking at about the difference of about 4 million votes. The African American vote was about 73% in 2012, obviously the Obama factor. In 2016, it was 65%. So usually the math is if there's mass voting, the Democrats have a better shot at winning. In this case, I'm not so sure. And part of that, I think, was the messaging that the Biden campaign and Trump campaign had for African Americans and particularly black men.
We saw that black men, of course, were talking in terms of Republicans, Democrats, celebrities, entertainers, leaning toward, some of them, Donald Trump. Is that something you think that is affecting the vote today?
Well, it very well could. Remember that Donald Trump won 8% of the black vote. It may have even been a little bit higher. The majority of those would have been black men, so probably 5 to 6%, I estimate. If Donald Trump captures more than 8% of the black vote again, it's going to be a tough time for the Democratic Party. So we're just not certain. Usually when those mass numbers come in, Democrats do better, but the Trump campaign has mobilized a lot of voters as well. So we just don't know. I hope that that's not the case, but if it is the case, the minority vote, and particularly African Americans, would have been determinative. One of the things, though, and I've said this to the campaign, the Biden campaign here in Florida, is that if you don't market to black men and invest in that heavily, you're going to have a problem here. The Trump campaign invested in heavy marketing and messaging to black men. His commercials were far more persuasive in many respects than the Biden campaign commercials when going toward black men. So this is a problem, and we'll see what the outcome is here in the state of Florida. I think it's going to reverberate nationwide, though.
Yeah, that's even considering all the money that Mike Bloomberg poured into the state of Florida as far as advertising goes. But to use a football cliche, are we maybe looking at offsetting penalties here? There's Florida, but then Texas all of a sudden is in play for the Democrats, at least for now.
Yeah, it's very possible. But you know about offsetting penalties. If you don't have a good goalie, you're not gonna win. So here, I don't know who the better goalie is here. It's something that's going to shock. I think that if the numbers pan out to be the same, Trump has a good shot at victory. Meaning that if he takes the same states he took in 2016, and 2 or 3 of those are not flipped blue, the Democrats are going to have a problem. What's amazing to me is how an individual can be president for 4 years and essentially destroy the reputation of the country globally and divide Americans systematically and still make it a contest. So we have a lot of work to do, not just on our democracy, but in our societal relations with one another as well.
All right. Well, the night is young, but we have to move on. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Dr. Jeremy Levitt from FAMU Law University.
My pleasure. God bless you guys.
God bless you as well.